Oh, wow. That's so cool. This world is so pretty. Have you ever found a game that feels like a warm blanket, but the moment you try to get comfortable, you realize it's a bit scratchy? I'm feeling that way with Embers Adrift. I yearn for the cozy, but I cannot ignore the persistent discomfort of the experience. It is, without a doubt, one of the most stinkin' cute worlds I have ever stepped into. But beneath that adorable surface are some troublesome red flags. I have surrendered $20 to immerse myself in these embers, so you don't have to wonder if this is your next home or just a picturesque waypoint. Let's get a first impressions look at Embers Adrift. Y'all, it's so dang cute. The characters are disarmingly precious. The mobs are positively darling. The world is so freaking charming. It stole my heart. However, there are so many things that absolutely frustrate me about it. It's described as a PvE-focused fantasy MMORPG built for meaningful group play and deliberate progression that still rewards solo adventurers. I paid $19.99 for this. The pricing model confused the heck out of me. So there's a game cost, which I paid, but there's also a subscription model with perks. With the standard game purchase, when I entered the game, there was a timer and optional sub notice with time remaining. My best guess is that the complimentary subscriber status comes with the initial purchase of the game, but once those 11 days expire, you will not be locked out of the game, and instead your account will just shift to some sort of base free-to-play status. By keeping an active optional sub, you retain subscription perks, which I'll throw on the screen for you. I'm not sure how I feel about the two pricing models. I'm not giving her a red flag yet, but she's definitely confusing me. As a non-sub, you get 2 character slots. Not great, but not bad either. I was absolutely enchanted with the doll-like characters, but there's not a lot to choose from. There's one face. One. Whether you craft an original or 8 alts, they shall emerge looking like a Hemsworth sibling. You may adjust the pigmentation or affix a beard, but beneath the foliage, it's inevitably a Luke, Chris, or Liam staring back at you. There's also not a lot of hair to choose from, and girls and guys share the same styles. You can change the body style, which is fun. So you can have Thor, or you can have Fat Thor. I hate not having other races to choose. But damn it, I'm so enamored by these character models, we're just gonna say that it's a yellow flag. Now we pick a class. There are 9 distinct classes, yet they are all, without exception, slaves to the blade and the bludgeoned. You can search in vain for a traditional sorcerer, weaver of spells, a master of ethereal arts, but you will not find a caster. Embers Adrift does feature magic-adjacent systems. For example, all classes can discover and use alchemy. I'm told this captures the feel of magic, but as something learned and managed. You know what feels like magic? Shooting force lightning out my fingertips like I'm Palpatine declaring unlimited power! You can also make your character look like Mace Windu, but with 2 hands. I don't typically play weapon users, so we'll see how this goes. Yellow flag. The first 3 supporter classes are healers, so I picked 2 of those to try out. Next are your tanky classes, known as defenders, and the last 3, the strikers. They look to be your damage dealers. Next, you get to select a portrait, which felt dumb to me. They all look like characters from the board game Guess Who. Does your person look like they've spent the last week crying about an Ashes refund on Reddit? Does your person look like they've definitely liked their own YouTube video because every little bit helps? And sadly, none of them look like the character you actually created. And should you choose to provide a monthly tribute as a subscriber, your reward is a wider selection of these dumb options. This doesn't add or take away from the game, it's just dumb. Entering the world is delightful. I am absolutely smitten. It is so stinkin' cute. I know I keep saying that, but it is enchanting in a way that other games haven't been able to capture. There was no lore story. All I know is that I'm a drifter from the Darklands. The website does provide some additional lore. I'll read it in an epic voice, so it sounds way cooler. In the Old Kingdoms, a mythical power called Ember was discovered. It promised miracles but delivered a world-ending war, forcing survivors to flee into the unknown. To find peace, you braved the Darklands, a nightmare realm that breaks the minds of almost everyone who enters. You are the rare few who emerged with your sanity intact. You have reached New Haven, a frontier city built among ancient ruins. Here, Ember isn't just a myth, it's a glowing stone used for healing and survival. Life is held together by 4 factions: the Rangers who scout the wilds, the Consortium merchants, the Alchemists of the Alchemy, and the Idealistic Circle. Beyond the North Wall lies the Frontier, a land of ember rings and silent, misshapen watchers, known only as the Others. All right, which video do I have loaded? All right, yeah, okay, this one. All right, so I'm an idiot. Shocking, I know. I failed to grasp the nuanced etiquette of the hearth. In my infinite wisdom, I attempted to cleanse my very essence by leaping into the maw of the flame. The embers heal you, but they also burn you. Yep, there I go, jumped right back in. Sure, go ahead, do that. So, I recorded a second video where I sit by the fire like a boss. Did I load that footage? No. Why? Why should I deprive you of your entertainment? Okay, combat. Combat in Embers Adrift is a tab-target action-oriented system, using abilities while in a combat stance. Players engage by unsheathing weapons, which triggers a slower movement, but enables combat skills. You sheath your weapon to return to a normal stance. I had a hard time killing animals because they were, I'm gonna say it, they were so stinking cute. So maybe I level by profession. In Embers Adrift, there are a total of 9 professions available, comprising of 3 gathering skills and 6 crafting skills. Each character can select a total of 3 professions from this combined pool. So your gathering skills are Forester, which gathers wood, mushrooms, fibers. Prospector gathers ore and gems, and Hunter gathers skins. Your crafting skills are Armorsmith for creating metal armor, Outfitter for creating cloth and leather armor, Provisioner for creating food and potions, Tinkerer creates jewelry and daggers, Weaponsmith creates metal weapons, and a Woodworker creates wood weapons and arrows. Players start with 1 profession, unlock the second at level 6, and a third later on. I selected Forester and picked flowers. The gathering is pretty obvious. The items are definitely easy to spot. I think a big failure with this game is not giving adventuring experience for gathering and crafting. I could spend the entire game picking flowers in this delightful world. I spent 3 hours in game doing pretty much that. And I never leveled. I'm still level 1. So I'm going to have to kill some critters, and that kind of bums me out. The leveling process is described as slow and rewarding, which some players find refreshing, while others find tedious. I don't mind a slog as long as there's some progress happening. I just don't want to have to sit and grind the same mobs repeatedly. This is a red flag for me. I did get the subscription, so I can show you what that looks like. I got this subscription because I am absolutely enchanted by this cute little game. I'll be more committed to exploring it further if I'm paying for it. However, as I remain at the first rung of the gaming ladder, I cannot recommend this game to anyone. But the subscription comes in various monthly options if you happen to be interested. There's a lot of bad here. There are more red flags than green lights. But it's like a visual narcotic for me. I crave the mere act of existing in this fantasy world. It could also be that my last 2 games were visual trash, and I'm merely reeling from the whiplash of actual beauty. I cannot explain my infatuation. It is not rational, and I know that. Until next time, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next world.